It's all about the ability to fool your fellow man. Abraham Lincoln once said, you can fool some of the people all of the time, all of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. My dear, he also said, I'm looking forward to going to the theatre tonight. Word of advice, liars will often touch their nose whilst talking, something to watch out for amongst our cast of A-list celebrities. Which brings us anything but neatly to round one, Home Truths, in which our guests read out a statement about themselves and the opposing team have to guess if it's true or a filthy fib. Guess right, they get a point. Guess wrong, the others get a point. It's as simple as the panellists themselves. Lee's team have first crack, if you'll pardon the expression, and Len it is who kicks off with his first Home Truth. Len?
I imac my armpits.
OK, truth or garbage?
I was next to Len's dressing room and there was a lot of screeching coming. How long does it take you to do?
It's a very, very quick and brief experience, really. You get the bottle.
Yep.
You place it in your hand.
Yep.
You lift it up.
I can see what's happened there.
You then use the applicator provided and peel it off.
I thought, according to the ads, that Imac was a cream, not a liquid.
Yeah, it's a cream. Well, it's in a bottle, isn't it?
No, it's in a tube.
I hate clever, bloody women.
Do you do this for hygiene or
Well, it all started, actually, years ago when I danced a lot more, and we used to rehearse in vests, really. Yes. And there's nothing worse, ladies, is there, than to see an arm full of hair and dewdrops and little bits of crustacean all floating around.
There's nothing worse, especially if you're in the pub and one of them comes in, they're standing next to you at the bar, and it's all that. I think it's absolutely vile.
What sort of pubs do you go to?
Do you put your deodorant on immediately after you've...
As soon as I have done the process, I shower, walk into the other bathroom where I keep my other accoutrements.
The other bathroom?
Yeah.
Where you have a manservant pat you down?
And then I have a jolly good squirt of... I do squirt straight away.
Yeah. Right, well, you cannot put deodorant on immediately after you've used one of those creams. He'd be screaming his head off.
Oh, well deduced.
Well, I think that's a clincher, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go. No, we reckon that's a lie.
They're saying it's a lie.
There we go. Oblivious to pain, the truth.
Really?
Oh!
Yes, it is true. Len does imac his armpits, and if you want to know where Len's armpit hair ends up, just have a look at Brucey's head. Apparently, when Len puts his arms in the air, it's like Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan getting out of a car together. Our next revelation comes from David.
I used to proofread dictionaries for a living.
OK.
Which dictionaries?
They were English dictionaries.
Never mind.
Yes, but which one, the OED or the Webster's?
They were dictionaries for learners of English.
Was it laugh a minute?
I have to say, what was weird about it is that because it was so boring, I became a huge hypochondriac during the process. And, you know, it's so dull what you're supposed to be doing that you start thinking, oh, I think there's a bit in my finger, I can feel my little finger, maybe there's something growing in there that's going to kill me. Or I think my left eye, I'm going blind in one eye.
Right.
All right, then, what's the first word in the dictionary and you can't have aardvark?
Well, it's A or A.
You can't have two guesses.
I look at him and he looks, to me, like a dictionary reader.
Oh, thank you very... I might just kill myself now.
A bit like yourself. I've got a feeling there's a hint of truth in that.
Right, OK. And are you thinking, yes, he's telling the truth, or he's a filthy lying git?
It's true.
Is it true?
Yeah,
my team think it's true, so we're going to go with true.
OK,
you're saying that I look like a man who's gone to the depths of tedium and not come back.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I am.
It's true. Yes, it is true. David did proofread dictionaries for a living. Yes, ladies, his middle name is Danger. He claimed it was one of the happiest times of his life, or as he called it, the most felicitous epoch of his existential being. Proofreading is, of course, vital to any piece of writing. Even the scripts on this show are subject to rigoros scrutinar. Russell, surprise us all.
I was a contestant on Junior MasterChef. Thank you.
Can you cook? Can you cook?
Can I?
Can you? What's the basic ingredients for hollandaise sauce?
For me, I open with a bit of mustard and a bit of... it's just how I make it. I don't invite you round. And a bit of sort of corn flour and a bit of milk, mix it all in, and then what I like to call the special ingredient, like Mama's sauce from Ragu, I'll never tell, and put it over some eggs, and it's lovely.
Liar! 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 You missed out.
That's
vinegar.
what I do.
You missed out lemon.
I don't put lemon in it.
Everyone, a hollandaise sauce is vinegar and lemon and
Have
eggs.
you been on MasterChef?
So, Russell, what was your signature dish?
I did beef Wellington, and I opened with soup, and I had apple crumble for pudding.
You opened with soup?
Yes.
What sort of soup?
Tomato.
I take it you didn't bother with the tomatoes.
Take me through how you made your tomato soup. We've got him here, Lee. He'll say open the tin.
I just put tomatoes in it.
How old were you?
8.
8.
8?
And you were making beef Wellington? Russell, we're not idiots. You weren't making beef Wellington, were you? Junior MasterChef, you'd have been... I'd seen Big Cook, Little Cook. You were probably making biscuits in the shape of the moon. Beef Wellington?
Here's a clincher, Lee. Watch this. You put a bit of beef in the oven. How long do you cook it for?
Ages.
He's lying.
Yeah, you liar.
They're saying you're lying.
I'm lying.
He's lying. Well divined. Junior MasterChef was the show that challenged kids to make their favourite meal, but was cancelled after the 3rd series, after every kid made crisp sandwiches with extra ketchup. And lastly, Vic, fess up, if you would.
I once fixed Dame Judi Dench's push bike.
How do you fix it? How do you fix a push bike?
Well, both the wheels fell off. and they were in a ditch at the time. Yeah. She was still on the framework. So I assisted. I was driving on my Robin Reliant. I swerved over into the ditch, pulled out the 2 wheels, said, Judy, forget about it. We had a ball. We went off to a canal, had some egg sandwiches and a bottle of cider, and had a lovely day out. True or false?
Yeah, true. True. Probably true.
So with that kind of plausible backstory...
Yes, suddenly.
It's almost too believable.
Yeah.
Are you allowed? Because it could be true, but just he's now surrounded it with a huge ball of bullshit.
I should warn you, he may be lying.
When was it you actually met Dame Judy? With her broken bicycle?
Barnes. Just outside Barnes.
So, she doesn't live near Barnes.
Well, she travels about.
She was on her bicycle.
She was on a bike.
Right across
riding.
London.
You don't cycle outside your own front door, do you, in a circle? You've got to go somewhere.
It's so believable.
True? False. It's a lie.
He's saying it's a lie. I can't believe that. Vic.
I have to inform you, and it really... It's a lie.
No. Yes, who would have thought? So, like Britney Spears, we move swiftly to the next round. It's called This Is My and is self-explanatory. However, for those who insist on details, each of David's team will claim to have a genuine connection with tonight's special guest person, who we're about to introduce to you. It's up to Lee's team to spot whose connection is genuine. So please welcome this week's special guest person, Morris. Now, Russell, perhaps you'd like to fill us in on how you know Morris.
Absolutely. This is my landlord, Morris. All right, mate. It's not going too well, I'll be honest. But he's actually the 16th Earl of Westmoreland.
Good. So, a landlord who is also the Earl of Westmoreland. David, what's Morris to you?
He's my teacher, and he's training me in the art of ventriloquism for my next acting role.
So, a ventriloquist teacher. And lastly, then, Wendy, what's your connection with Morris?
This is Morris. He's my hairdresser, and he also cuts the hair of Tony Blair.
So, there you are. A noble landlord, according to Russell, David's ventriloquist teacher, or hairdresser to the stars and Tony Blair, if you believe Wendy. Lee.
Russell.
Yes, mate.
Pray tell.
What, me
more
and
of the Earl of Westmoreland.
OK, well, me and Mojo, as I call him, we had a party once up in our flat, and he sort of lives downstairs, and it was quite sort of, you know, crazy. And he came up, and we played Twister, and he lost, and we were all like, ah! And then he went, well, actually, I'm the 16th Earl of Westmoreland. And went like that back at us, so we went, good comeback. Then I served everyone beef Wellington. What a night.
Wendy, may I ask, is he your current hairdresser at this time?
Yes.
Yeah? And whereabouts would his shop be? Is it in the West End of London? Or?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
It's, it's near Baker Street.
Near Baker
Oh,
Street?
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
near Baker Street.
Right, near, yeah, very near Baker
On
Street.
Baker Street.
No.
No, just...
You wouldn't perchance know the name of the road, I'd guess, at this stage.
No, because, well, you see, I don't drive, and if I'm going around, I tend to walk, so I don't look at street names.
Is it in the underground? At Baker Street?
No.
Where the hobbits have their hairstylists.
Does he still do Tony Blair's hair?
Yes.
Right. And do you get any gossip?
No. Morris never repeats gossip.
Right, very discreet.
Yes.
OK.
Sorry, David, could you just remind me of yours again, please?
A ventriloquist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Ventriloquist.
Which is clearly
And
the
how
right...
many lessons have you had, David? Just approximately, how many lessons?
I've had 3.
Any other questions, Lee?
Yes, I want an example from David, a bit of ventriloquism. After 3 lessons, you should be able to do something far away.
Bloody hell. It's quite embarrassing. My teacher's here.
Yeah.
But OK, sort of... I'll do my best.
All we can ask for.
I'm nervous now.
Yeah.
Getting that thing in my finger. Yeah. OK, so... Hello, how are you? You can't argue.
That's how posh people speak all the time.
Well, why do you think I got
Excuse
the
me.
pass?
Excuse me,
Can't argue with a round
to
of
build an
applause.
extension for me, are you? Are you willing to build an extension? I wouldn't bother moving my lips, I can't...
You're moving them loads!
Doing it, yes,
You're moving them.
but I'm not posh. Am I?
Turn her off.
Well, you sounded like him just then.
So, Lee, you're thinking it's probably not the ventriloquist teacher?
Oh, no, I'm
then?
thinking it could be. I just think David's not very good at it. I have to say that I'm not going with Wendy's story at all on this, because you've got fantastic hair, and he's clearly a scruff bag.
Yeah, but...
So it's either...
So what
it's
are you...
either the landlord or the ventriloquist.
Or the ventriloquist teacher. What do you think, Vic?
I'm going for the ventriloquist.
Are you going for the ventriloquist as well, then?
Landlord.
Landlord?
Landlord!
Now the more I look at him, I can see him in a basement.
Lee, your team
I'm actually
captain.
going to overrule you there, Len. I think it's David's ventriloquist teacher.
You say it's David's ventriloquist teacher. Morris, perhaps you'd like to tell us who you really are?
I'm actually Wendy's hairdresser.
Yes, indeed. He's Wendy Richards' hairdresser. Well done to Morris.
And I do cut Tony Blair's hair.
Oh, what's he like?
Very nice.
Is he?
You don't fancy giving him a wet shave occasionally, do you?
I've asked him to, no luck.
Oh, what did it, though? You don't even know where his shop is.
More importantly, what have you been doing in my flat?